What's going on with the goings on, y'all? You understand me already with the alreadies. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got no shake in front of me today. You know what I'm talking about? I did me a little physical therapy. So you know what I'm talking about? I feel like I'm up. So we gonna get to this funky stuff. We're gonna talk a little bit, swallow a little spit. Everything gonna be everything like it always is. You know, I'm gonna do my little fidgeting thing. Know what I'm talking about? We're gonna keep the conversation moving. I don't got much today because I ain't do much yesterday. You understand me? I'm gonna just keep it all ready. So you know what I'm talking about? So hey, we're gonna keep it going and we're gonna keep it flowing. Shout out to the Thunder. You understand? From down under. They did a young uh sweep to the left, sweep to the right. I ain't even write nothing down. It's just a whole lot of butter flowing. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? And dig that. I guess they on to the Western Conference Finals where they will face either the San Antonio Spurs or the good old Minnesota Timberwolves. You know what I'm talking about? They shit 2-2 and they come on tonight at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna see what they do. You understand me? Hopefully they stay true. And the San Antonio Spurs come out with a win. There's Victor Wembanyama. It looked like he might play. He's going to play tonight, so we shall see. You know what I'm talking about? Just don't get frustrated, big fella. You know what I mean? They're gonna be mauling and scratching. They like to play bully ball. You feel me? You got to get beyond that. You know what I'm talking about? And that might be your daily fix because if you play the Oklahoma City Thunder, you know what I'm talking about? It's really nobody there that's physically ready to check. You know what I'm talking about? So you might just it's gonna be a hell of a series. Now, if they play Minnesota, there's nobody to check Ant-Man. So hey. But you got this one guy named Shea Gildress Alexander. You know what I'm talking about? And Shea Butter is what Shea Butter does. It ain't been and you know, it is what it is. We shall see though. Let's get straight to it though. We're going to the Pistons versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, what did I say? You know what I'm talking about? They might just win game 4. And what happened? They won game 4. You know what I'm talking about? The Pistons did good the first half. They was even winning. But guess what? While they was winning, Mitchell wasn't shooting. Mitchell scored 39 points in the second half, sir. 39 points. He almost had a 40 ball in 2 halves and 1 half of play. 2 quarters. So 50 Cent almost got 50. So no, I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about? He put the magic stick on for sure. He was out there juking and booking. You know what I'm talking about? He waited until you got fatigued and went to work. And then, man, listen. Ham, you just gonna keep turning the ball over, Ham. You get to the third quarter, third quarter, for real. I want to say the second quarter, but we know it not there. You get to the third quarter, and you get discombobulated. If it wasn't for P. Reed, was it Paul or Philip? Either way it go, Reed. If it wasn't for Reed, hustling and bustling, I don't think you stay in the game. Uh, Mr. Levert went them wrong. If loving you is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I'm telling you, he was going to work. You know what I'm talking about? I guess you gonna have to. And ain't nobody there to check him. For real, for real. They was getting a substitute on, but Wade can't do his job. He non-existent in this series. You gotta make him go to work. What is that? Minor Hill, whatever his name is, the other Caucasian guard. He can't check him neither. But we got liability on defense. Robinson can't stay in front of nobody. Harrison tries. Shout out to OG. You know what I'm saying? We can get to some of these stats. I guess Harrison had 16 points and 8 rebounds. Who else? Ham, you was sporadic, but you was like what 4-5 for 16? That's definitely not helping us none. If we and JB, if you sub him out, sub him out. Let him sit. He in the way. DJ did better than him, and that's definitely a lot to say. You feel me? And Robinson definitely don't need to be in the game. I don't know. What do you have? 4 points? 5 points? You hit a 3? I think you hit a 3 in a layup, sir. What is you in the game for? You play good D, but only sparingly on some help defense. And that's just because you from Michigan and you understand the defense and offense, the transition. But other than that, I halfway listened to what you were saying in your press conference. And this the playoffs. You gotta leave well enough alone. If it ain't working, it ain't working. You gotta fix it. Jalen Durham and Stu is not doing. They ain't brewing up nothing. They need to find them something to do. Just like how you put Holland on the bench in that first round. Hey, look, you gotta come to a motherfucker. Listen, you ain't doing your due diligence. Reed making you look bad. You feel me? Soon as he come off the bench, let's go to work. But as we waiting on, we ain't got time to wait. Because listen, like I told y'all before Game 4 started, you can't stand in front of them two guys, man. I don't care where you and Thompson can't be everywhere. That nigga had like 9 points. What? I don't even think he scored. For real? What you got a dunk? I don't count that. That's some transition shit. But yeah, we need offense in the game. So yeah, I can understand you letting them start, but as soon as it get out of hand, hey, we'll catch up with y'all when we can, sparingly. But Gerald Levert, I don't want to be you, right, Mr. Chris Levert. Reed should be in the game. You feel me? And let Hollins play, man. I know he be nervous and he mess up sometime, but he got a mismatch on defense. It's all about matchups, sir. I mean, it's 2-2. You got to listen to somebody. Even if you don't listen to me, listen to somebody. Look at the tape. I'm looking at the tape. You can't stand in front of them two guys. Them two guys going to work. He literally scored 39 points in the second half. That means he sat back, he waited, and then he went to work. He said, fuck going to work in the beginning because it ain't working. You feel me? And what happened in the first 2 games, y'all stood in front of them guys. Fuck it. No matter what happened, we standing in front of them. We're going to make everybody else beat us. Make everybody else beat us. Them white boys can't shoot no jump shot. And if they do, we living and dying with it. Then all of a sudden you went away from it. And then K giving up turnover after turnover. Come on now. Come on, Ham. What is you doing? I mean, I was frustrated the whole second half. I ain't gonna say the first half. The first half, you was doing your due diligence. You was up 6. Everything was everything. That second half started, and they went on like a 22-0 run. It was over. Y'all was fighting to come back, and once you came back, it wasn't enough. Because then Harden went to work. Harden had 24 points. Okay? And he did it in the first and second half. For real. Because by the time the end of the third quarter came, he had time to rest and everything. So he came right in, hit a couple threes, made a couple layups. He even went to the free throw line. He mixed it up for you. And with him scoring over 20 points and him scoring 40, That man had 43 points. Did you hear me? He had 43 points. That means he only had 4 points in that first half. He had like he had all his assists in the first half. He was 1 for 4, and he had 4 points and 5 assists. That second half, I'm turning on the Jets, and y'all just sit in the jacuzzi and watch me work. And he went to work on them Pistons. Cause he know just like Spider know, just like I know. What a tangled web he weave. You understand me? Shit. And if y'all stay in front of that nigga, we'll see y'all next year. For real, for real. I'm so pissed off. Then you let Mobley score 17 points. Most of him and Josh Allen both had nothing but putbacks for real. He made a couple threes. He made like 2 of them. You left him completely wide open. You know why? Because Jalen Durham got heavy feet. So by the time he got out there, nigga, he got a full stroke going. Then you let Green in the game, but he was going in and out. He couldn't catch a rhythm. DJ, he did his thing, but he don't know when to shoot. He just shooting and passing. He doing what he can. What you letting him do anyway? Because if not, you gonna set him down. And that's your problem. You need to stop setting motherfuckers down. The right motherfuckers down. You don't know when to hold them and when to fold them. You don't know when to run away. You don't know when to hide. Okay? You gotta count your blessings when they sitting on the motherfucking table. You understand me? I don't mean to offend or harm anyone, but this is my disclaimer. I was so frustrated in this game. You feel me? I was so mad I put my mask on and my hoodie. Like maybe, just maybe, the Pistons will win again. To no avail though. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all put it on a marvelous show. This man set a playoff record on the Pistons. The best defense in the NBA. I've been here damn near 15 minutes talking about just this game right here. Y'all gotta get it together, fellas. You know what I'm talking about? And you ain't gotta listen. For real, for real. I heard you. You ain't gotta listen. Do your own due diligence and see what happens. Now I only got a few little things in my little rhetoric bag. Like I said, this might not even last a whole 20 minutes, but we finna get into a little funky stuff and then we gonna find us something to do. Shout out to Big Bang and 6ix9ine. I was supposed to watch this storyline, but it's been a hectic last 2 days. So I'm gonna watch it later on today or maybe early tomorrow. And we're gonna talk about it before the week is out. Because I tried to watch it yesterday and I fell asleep. So and then no, I tried to watch it last night at about 10, but I was tired. Plus, I had to get up early in the morning to do my physical therapy, so I wasn't able to really grasp the whole entire interview. So I'm gonna go back and watch Big Bang and Tekashi 6ix9ine. But I did hear him over the radio wave say that, you know what I'm saying, he understand where he came from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't gonna literally say that he fuck with the whole snitching situation. I know for me personally, I wouldn't either. You know what I'm saying? But he can understand why he did what he did. And he understood that, you know, the grass was a little high and there was snakes in there. You know what I'm saying? And in an organization, there shouldn't be no stakes. Everybody should be on one accord. But you know, they snatched the cord out, the socket. You know what I'm saying? And then they got a hot pocket. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? That's all it was. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas was bold through bookings. And when you bowl like that, shit happens. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to Big Bang and Tekashi 6ix9ine. We gonna talk about it for the weekend. Shout out to Drizzy Drake. By the time this weekend over with, we'll see where you at, concert. I heard you had a few bars for DJ Kelly. Heard you had a few bars for A$AP Rocky. You understand me? We shall see though. Shout out to Charlemagne the God. I heard he had a few bars for you as well, sir. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? We shall see though. You know what I mean? It's highly anticipated because it ain't been no really nothing going on. And that's all because ain't nothing really going on. Then I heard through the grapevine that they took some of Kendrick Lamar's music down. Or at least on Apple anyway. You know what I'm talking about? If it ain't moving and grooving, it was only for a moment. And I kind of hate that for artists though, when it only be for a moment. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it moving and grooving. You can't keep saying the same shit is what I'm basically telling you. You saying the same shit as rhetoric these days. Niggas ain't on it. They moved on to something else. That's why a vibe's a vibe. It's all about the experience. What kind of experiences you bringing? You feel me? You can go with the same experience if it's gonna make do. But when it kind of gets saturated and it kind of get redundant, motherfucker like, oh, here this nigga go again. Here we go again. Same old, just a different day. Here we go again. Shout out to the X-Men. You understand me? What up though, Wack 100? So I guess Wack 100 was in Portland somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? And he got into it with some boss. Bouncer was security, so he pulled out him a young hammer and cleared the scene out. You know what I'm talking about? This was all captured by some influencer, for real, for real. And he was telling his wife the whole time, just move out the way and let the man be man. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? But shout out to Wack. Hope you got some understanding. Shit crazy. Shout out to Southwest. I guess one of their supermarkets caught a flame. You know what I'm talking about? I hope everyone's okay. For real, for real. Hope y'all all right. Shout out to Blueface and Christian Rock. I guess they making amends for they fiascos they've been having back and forth. You know, mother, father, dollar drama, whatever you want to call that shit. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know, making up for lost time. I guess she was in the dressing room somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Her and a Blueface. You know what I'm saying? They was talking like they was having a good baby mama, baby daddy conversation. You know, he had a little drink in his hand. Sound like she might have been a little bit under the influence. God only knows though. She been doing her God thing, so she probably wasn't. But it's good that y'all talking again, and I hope y'all can make amends for what's going on. Speaking of making amends, I did check out the Kevin Hart roast. Um, that was a nice little 20-minute set. And then you gave Cat Williams 5 minutes. We don't know how true none of that was because in your 20-minute set, you wasted 5 minutes talking about how, you know what I'm saying, you shaking his hand wasn't what shaking his hand was. God only knows if y'all gonna make amends or not. You know what I'm talking about? But it was definitely good. And it was on Netflix. Y'all need to go check it out. It was funny. If I would have been off the high chief toilet paper, I probably would have laughed a little bit more than I normally do. Lately, I ain't been really into humor. I'm trying to get my life right. You know what I'm talking about? But it was good. And I usually don't say that about these things these days. Because it seems like everybody got the same funnies. But yeah, it was funny. I think the Rock set probably was the best one. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all tried to boo Tiana Taylor, but I don't know. I kind of liked it. Lizzo was funny. Uh, the Williams sisters, shout out to y'all. Um, you had a couple Caucasians, they was okay. And then y'all had the nerd. I mean, you don't know. I liked it. You know, they had to have couple conversations about the Cheryl Underwood. I guess that y'all was making a lot of funnies about her husband jumping off the bridge. But you know, hey, black comedy do that sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna go above and beyond to make it what it is. And if you don't like what it is, do you know you gotta change the channel? You know what I'm talking about? It's still gonna be funny. People still gonna laugh. So it don't matter how you say it, as long as you say it and you say it with some conviction. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be what it be. It's gonna do what it do. But shout out to you, Kevin Hart. It was quite enjoyable. I gave it 2 thumbs up. I normally don't do that with comedy. You know what I'm talking about? But I gave it 2 thumbs up for sure. For sure. And I think that's about it. That's all I really had. I told you it wasn't gonna be nothing but a nice little 20-minute boy. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a whole bunch of conversations tomorrow because I ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna do me a little due diligence and then, you know what I mean? We gonna come right on here on the next view. You feel me? You understand me? Already with the already. We don't got no ceiling fan today. So as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.